The BMPS Show is brought to you by Jameson.
Jameson, triple distilled, twice as smooth. Drink responsibly, not for sale to persons under 18 years of age.
It's another Friday. The people on radio love me when I laugh like that. I don't know about
Which people are we talking about?
Hey, shut up.
Because I certainly don't.
You did what?
I certainly don't like it.
I'm talking about the ladies.
The ladies.
Ladies!
What kind of messed up ladies are listening to you? Liking this laugh.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's another wonderful episode. I call it wonderful because I know what we're going to be discussing on the show tonight. This is BMPS on Joy Prime. Make sure you keep the dials locked right here on Joy Prime. I'm Kofi Hayford, the bald, muscled, pot-bellied, and skinny show. This is where we look at things from a man's perspective. I always do this with my G's. Possible, representing skinny, molded rock, muscled. And of course, Charlie, I'll go hit your head.
That's where the money.
Nine is
the money
representing
maker.
the bald. And of course, I am representing
Balloon.
pot-bellied.
Is the belly even out?
Well, if it's not, it's better.
Man, we need to,
Well, not for the branding, bro.
we need to start investing more into his belly.
We need to start, filling him with lard.
Yeah, filling him with a lot.
Yeah.
I'm still looking fresh because I got a haircut again from Diplomatic Barbers in East Legon. Make sure you check them out. You can find them on Instagram, Diplomatic Barbers GH1. That's it. I'm Kofi Hayford, and today we're discussing vulnerability, weakness around men, with men, in relation to their ladies. Being vulnerable to your partner, does it mean you're weak? Being vulnerable to your partner, does it mean you're weak? I would really want to find out what you think about this. Use the hashtag BMPS on Joy Prime. If you're watching us on Facebook, just leave your comments in the comment section. Yeah? Possible. I want to start with you. If you're vulnerable to your partner, does it necessarily mean that you're weak?
I think so. Because you see, sometimes man got to be very vulnerable, you know. Why do you watch my face like that?
The way you're talking, it looks like you're vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm
already.
just like, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Is this
For
vulnerable?
that, you
For you to
can't.
be very, very, very like romantic and you know.
Oh, vulnerability equals
romantic.
Hold on.
You see, hold on.
Romantic and
Calm
like,
down.
loving, and sometimes you just have to play like that.
So wait, so you
So
pretend
sometimes-
to be vulnerable?
sometimes yeah.
Hey,
pretend to
yeah,
be vulnerable?
That's a good question,
What?
though.
Do you
Do you
pretend to be
pretend
vulnerable?
or you're actually vulnerable?
I mean,
please.
Or do you choose to be vulnerable?
there are a lot of things that goes on in relationships that's people pretend to do it. A lot of things.
Just to save it, right?
Vulnerability is one.
Yeah.
You know, just to save the situation and then try to be matured in certain issues and situations.
Right.
Because me as a day here, if me then the date, I'm not the like third person for my relationship inside. Whether your best friend, your mom, your dad, whoever, I know it's like that thing. Me and then you be two adults. We come together to say we day. If any issue come, the two of us, we forfeit do what? Solve them. You understand? When
Yeah,
we if we solve them today, until we die, you know, we'll mention whatever we talk about them. So for me, I just, if it come now, if I say, oh, okay, fine, the way that thing they go, it can escalate. I just go like, oh, baby, you know what?
Just let it go.
Yeah,
That's fine.
just let it go. You know.
And you don't think it means you're weak?
Oh no, I think that is more of maturity kind of thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, since you agree with him, let's have your thoughts on that.
Yes.
Do you agree with him completely, or it's just that part
I
of it?
agree with him.
You shock me,
I
say
mean,
macho man say go very vulnerable.
You see, I agree with him. you see, I told you about this body or this muscles. These are muscles of love. So,
Hey, my guy,
bro,
my
anytime
guy.
you are talking about my muscles,
My guy.
No, but if you also are, you disrespect me.
Birdman. I hear what you're saying.
Listen,
What are they talking?
I'm not
If
a
you talk
macho man. I'm a body builder. I'm an athlete. I'm an artist.
We are macho
You
man.
understand? Look at me. Listen to the name. The Molded Rock.
We are
Listen
going
to
away
me.
from vulnerability.
Yeah, I'm coming there.
Vulnerability. Let's go back. Circle back.
So the thing is, maturity, yes, but situation whereby you and your partner arguing back and forth. For me, I think from where I am, I will say that you need to be politely firm with your partner. I mean, when you become politely firm with your partner, no matter how the argument or no matter whatever you people are arguing on, once you realize that, ladies or maybe ladies like arguing, to show maturity, you just let it go. Although to you, fine, maybe you disagree with that, but by all means they will go and last minute they will come back and say, oh, he already said it, and they will come and then said, oh, you said it, but I didn't agree with you. So to show maturity, you just let it go. And I don't think that makes you vulnerable. That makes you a weak person, because you just want, you just want, your relationship to grow from there. Here is the case whereby if, let's say, somebody comes in, argument whereby somebody or a third party come in, then you escalate to a different big thing, because now you've exposed yourself for the world to know that, okay, this is
you're
what
having
exactly
these issues.
yeah.
But Nanya, what do you think about it, though? Do you think if you're vulnerable to your partner, from a man's perspective, it means that you're weak? Because what I'm picking from what Molded Rock is saying, sometimes it could go bad. Because what if it happens, let's say, 20 times, and all 20 times you let go? You say, because you want to be mature, you just let go.
I mean, first of all, it's not weak in general. It can be perceived weak depending on who you're with.
Okay.
Right? So it really depends on the person that you're with, to be honest. Because that guides how much you feel you're weak based on how they are and how they respond to certain things you do. And they may call something weak based on relative to what they've experienced, or blah, blah, blah. So it really depends. And, the hope is if you do show some vulnerability, it doesn't get thrown back in your face, which is a fear that a lot of people, in particular, both men and women, fear and stops them from being vulnerable in the first place.
Right.
So as to me, like the point you made about the argument, I wouldn't just let everything go, but I pick my moments. There are some arguments where I feel like, or certain things I feel like, you know what, I don't mind this one. I don't mind taking an L on this one. It's cool.
Yes.
In those situations, usually if I do put my foot down, the person on the other side, I assume will think, okay, no, this guy is actually serious about this one.
Yeah.
Right? So let me back off a bit.
That's why I brought in politely firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it means that not be every situation where sometimes you gotta let the woman know that, look, this thing you do,
I know they like.
no, I am yes. Example, say, like, my phone down, I don't have my phone. Now,
why are you taking that phone for?
That is what I'm saying. You understand? Like, some petty things where it happen for a relationship and even marriage inside. It was easy, your phone, then she go pick your phone. They go through your phone, wanting to see, so that one day, I'm not going to be vulnerable to that. No, I don't go to that. You know what are they talking?
Yeah, they get.
That particular thing, and you go see whatever you go see.
You see,
and that thing can even end on a relationship.
And if that ends, will you still be in contact with her as your ex?
I'm coming. No, wait. Don't go there.
Of course, yes.
So wait. Why wouldn't you want your partner to go through your phone?
Because
that is also another topic.
That's my space.
No, that's also another topic.
Private.
I'll answer that for you.
No, I think wait, hold on.
I'm not against that, but I want you. Yes, I'm not against that.
You're just trying to build a point.
I want to build a point. Why would you? Because my phone is my personal.
Because somebody like me, in terms of the toxicity, before we will start the date, the conversation we'll have before we will start the date, I will make you not say.
You know they like so.
Yes, because you two definitely conversation will come away. Will tell me what you two maybe.
You know they like.
You know they like. I'll be back. So I never go pick your phone. Even if you get call, where your phone dey so, I not go watch the name safe. I just go tell them so then take give you. Whoever you know they talk, whoever you know they talk, you finish. I not go busy say who is that. If you not tell me say, oh, this is so and so and so, which even that ones I know they care. Unless maybe it's my business. If you know it's my business, I know they care. Whoever you there and they do what they talk. If I call you, where your phone be call waiting, where you call me back, I not go busy say
that be who.
That be who. I know they care.
Be slow.
So you too make you not pick my phone then go through my phone.
So on that note, you won't be vulnerable.
Oh no, I'll never go be vulnerable to that.
I was only asking because sometimes it depends on what you do or what you keep on your phone.
Nah.
Wait, I'm coming. What you keep on your phone? Why am I saying? I'm saying this because I think if you go pick your partner's phone, the problem you are looking all these years, all this while, you'll find it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm thinking that listen. In this submission about you picking my phone, not picking your phone, or you pick my phone, that means you are looking for the problem that you don't want to, you know that it cannot be solved. That is
a lot of the times that
I think we shouldn't sway from the conversation. We shouldn't sway from the conversation. But that was just an instance.
Yeah, that one they are not going to be vulnerable.
That's why I was. That's why
example where I give. I'm never going to be vulnerable.
So he's shown that there's limitations.
Yeah, there's limitations.
Exactly.
Exactly. I will put you. That one said go fit end one relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you still will keep in contact with the ex.
Of course he is. That one.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that one there.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. Of course.
She has done the worst of the worst for him.
So I was asking, for example, so possible, let me pick your thoughts on this. Let's say she does it the first time, she does it the second time, it goes on for about 5 times.
Like,
and all the time, no, not that.
Not that, like,
something
different.
Yes.
I mean, every situation, they come with its own, how you go talk things up. Like, let's assume you say maybe you do something where it'll be the same thing you repeat. It'll be different thing. Because relationship there, it be ups and downs each and every day. You go have those things. But if the girl be somebody where they complain about like nag about something where that thing no they sit with my soul.
No, so I'm asking because there are ladies that would not necessarily agree that they are at fault.
But some also take advantage of your vulnerability.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Yes.
Because there are ladies that would never accept that they are at fault. And
I wouldn't be in a relationship with them.
Say again?
I wouldn't be in a relationship with them anyway.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
But you will quickly know.
Oh, you think
No, those kind of things you quickly know.
Some of these things you have to even cohabit before you know.
In fact, you know even quicker when you cohabit. You know even quicker when you cohabit. You know even quicker. You will know even quicker when you cohabit. Because
so when it happens, okay, so you are not going to be with a lady like that. But Modern Rock, what about you? If you find out that your lady, your woman, always doesn't want to take the L, always she has to take the W, and then you have to say, okay, well, they're fine because I need this relationship. Don't you think that sometimes it makes you look like, open arm into Jimmy?
So, like I said earlier on, that we need to be politely firm. If I still want to keep her, Metian. No, when Tia, you see, that is why I said.
But there are women like that.
Yes, look.
But you see, this thing you are saying is very, very true.
Yeah.
There are ladies that would actually walk out of the relationship because you are trying to put them to their place.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, exactly.
She would walk out. She would say it's over.
Yeah. So when that one happened, well, fine. As a single man, you go your way, I go my way, because I can't. It's something that will be done repeatedly because, mind you, we are going to get married and going to live for the rest of our life, and that same problem is going to be my headache, oh boy. Okay.
Then I'll be vulnerable.
On
that note, we'll go for a commercial break. We really want to find out your thoughts as well. We'll be back very shortly. But let's know if you are vulnerable to your partner, does it mean you're weak? And at what point should you stamp your authority? I am Kofi Hayford. This is BMPS. Don't go anywhere. Great to be in your company. You're still watching the BMPS show right here on Joy Prime. And we're chilling with Jamison. And that's why I'm telling you that whether you're catching up with old friends or chilling and vibing with new ones, there is always room for that one person. So make sure that you grab a chair, widen the circle, because Jamison, triple distilled, twice as smooth. great to be in your company. You're still watching the BMPS Show right here on Joy Prime, and we're chilling with Jameson. And that's why I'm telling you that whether you're catching up with old friends or chilling and vibing with new ones, there is always room for that one person. So make sure that you grab a chair, widen the circle, because Jameson, triple distilled, twice as smooth. You're welcome back from the break. We're loving this La Liga match, but anyway, that's besides the point. BMPS on Joy Prime is what you're watching right now. We're live on Facebook. That's if you're not watching on Facebook, but you want to switch to, then you can do that. I'm Kofi Hayford, and we're discussing, the issue of vulnerability and weakness. If you're a man, well, generally, if you're vulnerable to your partner, does it necessarily mean you're weak? Does it necessarily mean you're weak? Possible. I know him, sir. Possible. Waiting
happen.
Anyway, so you were on the floor before the break.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it really?
What was I saying? Okay, let's go.
I'm not asking you anything. Continue what you were saying.
No, I was saying that, as a matured man, you don't necessarily need to argue with your partner, but when Odin Samfua Metian.
Okay, so and then on that note, I wanted to find out.
Yeah.
What would you consider as Samfua?
Oh,
No, you see-
I mean,
it
varies.
You ask a question, she keeps on doing, and then they will take advantage of
that.
your vulnerability.
So what I want to find
And
out
then
right now
they'll
is
keep
at
on
what
doing
point,
that.
at what, even if you're, so I think one thing that we have all agreed on is that if you're vulnerable to your partner, it doesn't necessarily mean you're weak.
Yeah.
Fair enough?
Yep.
Great. So at what point do you stamp your authority and say, look, I've had enough? It doesn't mean we're ending the relationship, but this is it. You do what you have to do. At what point?
What, when you've had enough?
Well,
when you've had enough.
obviously, but how do you measure?
Was it enough?
Only you
Because she
can measure
do
that.
it,
It's
she
a
can do
feeling,
it
isn't it?
over and over
Okay.
and over.
I guess the ideal part, is the point where you had enough, and it's a point where you can actually still salvage something. You can actually still maintain that relationship. That's probably where you should set your bar. Because if you set it beyond where it's too late, then it's just going to be a constant argument ending to nothing. Or worst case scenario, translate into something else, that can't be taken back. So I would say you want it to get to a point where it's a manageable conversation that you could utilize to be able to sort things out. Anything beyond that is probably too late.
Possible.
At
what point?
When you disrespect me in public.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I'll never disrespect you, no matter how.
So there are two things. If she touches your phone,
Yeah.
or if she keeps touching your phone,
Yeah, that one there. But when you disrespect me in public,
Once pet,
and that one there once.
you give it to her right there and then.
Oh,
you leave her.
I didn't leave you. I mean that you no go argue, because I don't do that in public. All right, but if
You end it completely.
Oh, of course.
Would you keep
see,
it
like the
close?
way me then you guys then
see-
my woman will come then can't disrespect me.
Yeah. You will keep them close.
Why not be me pay you the disrespect?
You go keep
All
them
of
close
us.
after.
You do disrespect everybody close.
Exactly.
Would you keep
see,
her close after?
you were saying something,
the
right?
ex is
You
not
were
the
saying
missing.
something.
So far as that thing happened.
But you just said that she's grossly disrespected you.
It doesn't matter. Like you keeping somebody, no, they mean say there are some you keep, nobody mean say you still want to. I mean you buy.
Okay.
But I don't know what.
You see, problem that cannot be solved. Because I know that in every problem there is a solution.
Not every.
So hold on, let me land. So problem itself is not a problem, but the solution to the problem
What's the problem?
is the problem. That is, if
Who said that? Queen Elizabeth.
But cool.
Queen Elizabeth said that.
but
I looked at him because I wanted to make sure. I looked at Kofi because I wanted to make sure that he was also hearing the shit I heard. And we looked in agreement. So cool. Now please continue. No, continue.
now see, if the problem cannot be solved,
Yes.
you ask that if she keeps on doing, and you say how enough. Now why? Because she keeps on doing it day in and day out. There is no solution. If there's no solution, my friend or my brother, you have to flee.
So what you're saying is if it gets to a point where you cannot manage, like I was saying, you
Yeah.
can't manage it,
Yeah.
you back out. So the thresholds are not too high. That's what I'm saying. The thresholds are not too high because because I feel like as a man, right, with the social stereotypes that are surrounding us, the conscious decision to be vulnerable in itself is a big choice for us to make.
Charlie, you know there's something
that's
really
huge.
Yeah, but you know there is something
huge.
really interesting. Do you also agree there are ladies that want you to stamp your authority every now and then so that they can know that
every now and then?
Yeah.
But they appreciate consistently, yeah, most of them appreciate consistency of vulnerability in one way or another. They may differ in how they expect it to be shown,
right?
But they want it in one way or another.
Yeah.
And I feel like if a guy is making that conscious decision, because let's be frank, not many guys are prepared. I'm not saying capable. They are not prepared to be vulnerable because of what comes with that. All of the concerns we just said. Yeah, cool. Some might argue that women may be built a bit more to naturally be vulnerable and expect a man to be able to accommodate their vulnerability. Because society is not against them when they're being vulnerable.
Right.
In fact, society expects them to all be vulnerable. Right? Cool. So when a guy makes that decision to be vulnerable and you take the piss, shit. You know what I mean?
Which the piss or the shit?
That is
Both. If they take the mick, I mean, like, okay, if they basically take advantage of the fact
That's right.
that you've been vulnerable after you making that big
Sacrifice.
Taking
because that's what it is. As a
leniency
guy,
to be your weakness.
look, women won't get it. As a guy, you see, when we're talking about what would they think of us being vulnerable, even our own guy friends, we risk them considering us being weak as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You make woman gamble.
Right?
Okoto
Sometimes as a guy, you want to do something for a woman, and you go and ask advice from the guy. The guy says, but why you go do this thing, Kevin?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So if you are making that conscious above all of that to still be vulnerable in person, the person takes advantage of that as a man. I mean, that's someone that has to go. Done.
Wow. It looks like I think this is just basic for all men. I don't know.
But you see, sometimes too, I don't know whether the women too will feel like, okay, that's also our vulnerability by being too emotional, and then that drives us to complain a lot about the things that the men.
That's
also
a fair
do.
statement.
So we should actually look at the way we can also do what you, the man, you too, for check yourself.
Yeah.
Right, because you can also put the woman in a situation where always be imagine say, okay, you talk about this thing, it passed, then you the man to go repeat the same thing, because action that's what they attract reaction. Yeah, so definitely. So you the man, if you know say they respect your woman, where you won't make your woman to respect, because I feel like respect be very key in
every relationship.
In every relationship. Yeah. So if I'm being vulnerable, no, they mean say I be weak.
Right.
I they respect you, the woman. So whatever I mean, they talk as at that moment where I feel vulnerable. I swear, take them serious. I swear, I don't lie you. If you see say like argument where I go like, oh baby, don't worry, I'm sorry for whatever that happens. This is not gonna happen again. Or let's just if I take everything where I tell you at that moment. Serious. Don't feel like because I'm being vulnerable by giving in.
Are you?
So I'm at the camp. I'm being vulnerable by giving in. So okay, fine. If something happen or I go do this, it could be no. If you don't know,
where you do mistake,
where you go do something contrary thinking, say I go come, they apologize.
when it's her fault.
All because they did it before.
Okay, no, but you see, in all these things, in all these things we're talking about, we haven't really.
See, Kofi, you know, say it be your fault, too. Sometimes it could be my fault, but you should know where and when to approach me with whatever issue. That's why I talk about the disrespect in public. Let me say I do something for maybe house, so Kofi, you guys come, then you day outside with the talk, no, then you will come up for inside, blah 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 blah. Oh no. That one there, no. I'm not going to be vulnerable to that.
Always on top of their voice.
But you know, there are, these things we're saying, we didn't really outline whether it is always when it's your fault or it's the woman's fault. This is in general. But let's say it is her fault, and then you find yourself rather apologizing for something that she rather has done.
It's still the same thing.
What? Okay, apologize.
That's the thing. To avoid.
To avoid. I mean, you are showing.
But sometimes when it gets worse, you make it not say you. And then forget about whatever that go happen. You go feel left, make it left. Make it not feel like, okay, I need this relationship too much to the extent. That be when your vulnerability actually
desperation
makes you become very weak in the relationship.
Okay. Okay.
Killing you slowly.
And you say the one to do this,
killing you slowly.
Yeah, you go die.
Yeah, killing you slowly. I think, like I mentioned, that we should be firm, but we should know how to manage them, because you end up, if they will take your leniency to be your weakness, you end up maybe doing, at the end of the day, you'll be thinking about what you people have been nagging or whatever argument that you people have been going through.
Yeah.
And when it happens like that, killing you slowly. To be killing you slowly. Sometimes, fine, you should let it go, but making it let it go doesn't mean that I still agree with what
The ultimate point is,
but I will make you know that yes, that is what you are saying or that is what you think, but I disagree with you.
Yeah, you know, say even women are the first when it comes to relationship, boy them girl, women are the first to be vulnerable because I am coming in to ask you out. So you even
No, wait, say that again.
if it,
like
isn't that a man
when
be
it comes
vulnerable?
to oh no, I don't think so.
Ask, I mean, going the
I mean,
length
going,
of asking
yeah,
it, is
yeah,
that not vulnerable?
No, I feel like me. I feel like women are mostly vulnerable when it comes to like boy relationship
But don't you think that is
perception.
No, that
No, culturally, they're
yeah,
sort of
culturally,
culturally, they're sort of trained to be.
That be how you dey talk about men too. Men too are also do what?
Yeah, we're
trained
trained to be,
so
yeah.
that be why they talk, you know. So naturally or whatever it is, culturally or whatever, that be how you man you did. So if I'm coming in the relationship and then me, I know they take advantage of you being vulnerable in the first place. Because I could just come in and go like, oh, I dey like you, but real, I know they like you. I just maybe want to give you something. You'll be vulnerable to me to maybe give me that. After that, I will still stay because maybe I still need you to. I won't make the relationship do what? Stand. So in as much as say I came into maybe just wanting this and then leave, I didn't leave. I'm still there with you. I'm showing you the love you need. I'm giving you the care that you want. Everything that you want, I'm giving it to you. So
don't take advantage of
you
it.
for not take advantage of that. Because see, even give women get to a point in time, giving them something safe. Then if you take advantage of it and feel like you be mumu. I'm not gonna lie you. I'm not gonna lie you. You know,
The broadcast WhatsApp message.
Yeah.
Say, what was it?
Uber driver.
Uber driver.
Yeah, you know,
Jesus Christ.
doing something
Uber
for
driver.
women like make you feel okay, comfortable.
That reminds me though, there is a story that I read on Facebook the other time when I think a lady says she dates one of these radio presenters. And apparently he's a sports presenter. This is just on the side though. It's not about the topic, but just because you said that. And apparently the guy has saved names of the ladies that he goes out with as Dede Ayew, Thomas Partey,
General,
whatever, like, you know, and all the time this guy will be on the phone and say, yeah, hello, blah blah. Oh, Dede. And he goes like, Charlie, did you have friend or person me man? So the girl was actually surprised and say, oh, why is it that all these guys and footballers keep calling my guy at odd hours? And then one day she was like, okay, let me call my number. And then she used the phone. She used the guy.
What name was she?
Fatal down.
Charlie.
You know,
You make me put up. Yeah, because if you continue, maybe Charlie, somebody could be offended. Why you go save the girl in the like?
fatal down. I don't know, but
No. There's a good position then.
No,
Number one.
No, I mean
Charlie,
number one. Go there too, man.
yeah. Oh no. I'm just saying. She
just as
she found out.
See,
she found out that
you go respect
she
your
was
woman or
fatal
love
down.
your woman or care about your woman to the extent say everything the girl they want you, they give them at your disposal. Like whether you get or even some guys not even get.
But they still go out of their way to do it.
Yeah, and then go take come how the girl no go appreciate.
I mean,
then the guys
you don't have
guys
to
will like
do everything at the end of the
Is
day.
that vulnerability from a guy or desperation?
Well, it depends. I
Charlie.
think how to strike the balance is
yeah.
But we can keep that conversation going though, using the hashtag BMPS Enjoy Prime. But basically, one thing we've established in today's conversation is that if a man is vulnerable to their partner, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are weak and that you should not take advantage of your partner in that instance. This has been a conversation with my boys, Nanye, possible, and Molded Rock. I am Kofi Hayford, your host. See ya. The BMPS Show was brought to you by Jameson.
Jameson, triple distilled, twice as smooth. Drink responsibly, not for sale to persons under 18 years of age.